Good morning, my neighbors!
Ladies and gents, it's Saturday morning. Don't worry about this guy. It's time for an alternative paper review.
It's the alternative paper review.
The Daily Express says that's positive. The UK will soon be back to full strength. Indeed, this is a story, you might have heard it yesterday, coming from basically every remaining Tory MP, that the UK has now escaped recession. We've returned to growth, guys. We'll soon be back to full strength. Or if you're the Daily Mail, you might put it like this. Bloody hell, the economy's going gangbusters. So it's exciting, right? Clearly. I mean, I personally, I can't wait to see some of the riches, some of the spoils from this monstrous growth being allocated to some of our decrepit public services. How much did we grow by again?
Oh, none of your fucking business.
Right, but back to full strength and gangbusters, I mean, we must be storming along. Right, well, seeing as you really want to know, it's 0.6%. Oh, amazing stuff. Yeah, that really is back to full strength, isn't it? Plus, when you consider the population of the United Kingdom has grown in that time, so it's 0.6% increase that still has to service a larger number of people. So is it even really growth? Is it really? Also, don't forget that the UK is forecast to be bottom of the G7 next year. And don't forget, never forget, that it's these same people who now want credit for the growth who put us into recession in the first place. You don't get credit for returning us to sort of not really-ish kind of sort of growth when it was you that plunged us into recession in the first place. That is like two guys going like, hey, Marvin, did you hear? My son's regained feeling in his legs. Well, that's great, Mark. That's good news. I'm really happy for him. But it is only because you put down the crowbar. What have we got here, really? We've got an economy that's not really growing, that's forecast to fail, misrepresented by tabloids who are scared of a Labour government. Let's move on! It's a testing time for private schools as belts tighten. This is a story, obviously, that as we get closer to this mythical mirage general election, where we can see it in the distance, it is coming, but we just can't get to it. That private schools are beginning to publish advice to parents, and the costs, the quotes, all of it is beginning to incorporate this extra 20%. I've said it before and I'll say it again, mostly because I've run out of material. But if you can afford £1,200 a month for private school fees, you can afford £1,400 a month for private school fees. And if you can't, hold your nerve. And if you can't do that, just ask the headmaster if he'd be willing to let you have a classist and premium education for free, because they're charities, aren't they, guys? I mean, in all seriousness, if you are struggling with your private school fees, I appreciate that is a scary thing to have to juggle. You know, I want to be sympathetic. I want to be helpful to everyone that's good enough to tune in to these paper reviews. So here is some actually probably quite useful advice. Here you go. Here's what you do, right? You go up to the headmaster's office, right? Knock on the door and you go, look, I'm really sorry. I'm behind on my private school fees. I know I'm way in the red. It's like the second or third month now that I've underpaid you. I'm accruing a debt. It looks like I can't handle my finances. I know that. I understand that. But here is the thing. And then when they go, oh, God. Another one, Marjorie. Here come the excuses. All right. Let's hear it then. You go, well, here's the thing, right? I know I'm in the red right now, but it's fine. I'm going to make good on it. I'm good for it because I've just had a pay increase. So, all right. Okay, well, that actually sounds quite encouraging. And that can sort of cushion the blow with the extra £250 a month. You can afford that now? Yeah, because my salary has exploded by a figure of around 0.6% growth. So some are saying it's a return to full strength for my current account. Right, yes. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.